ants are small insects that are actually very harmless. They will not do anything to you. They'll rather run in the opposite direction. But for 9 months they work and collect food, only to enjoy for 3 months while they are hibernating in winter. So during that 9 months, the moment they get a gap inside your house, they squat, and it will be very difficult to get rid of them. You might think your house is spotless, but the moment you drop some breadcrumbs or some sugar, and they are there. Sometimes they come in and just take over. Well, today I'm going to show you how we got rid of our ants. Sanbanan Tumalang Mulweni Abusheni Goeiedag, good day, Salam Alaikum, Namaste, our Master. My name is Winston and welcome to my channel bushieswatboer. And on this channel we discuss everything relating to small scale farming and those small projects that you can do yourself, save on some money and enjoy the fruit of your labor. Now today I want to show you how to get rid of ants, because that was the problem that we faced when we moved in here. It was everywhere. Now if that ants make it into your house, you want to make sure that you get them out and keep them out as quick as possible. Before we start, disclaimer: we are in no way affiliated to, nor do we have a relationship with the manufacturers of the products that you will be seeing in this review. We have not, we did not, we will not receive any form of compensation for what we will be sharing with you today. The review is mainly based on our own experiences using it, so you can have an information, assess your situation and decide which one will suit your lifestyle and your situation. So use it at your own risk. Now the disclaimer is there because people will tell you when you are in a situation you want to take care of something, somebody will say use this product, next person will say use that, another one will say do this, and now you'll end up with a whole lot of stuff in your cupboard and maybe they didn't work, or you feel that it didn't work and you ended up wasting money on all of them. Now that's the problem with the manufacturers out there. They don't tell us the cons or the pros, when to use, how to use, what to look out for. They just put the products out there. You just need to make your own decision, and this is where this channel comes in. We're going to show you a variety of stuff, and you will assess what happens in your house to make the correct decision. I hate reading. The only thing I like reading is the Bible, because the message is that much clearer. Reading instructions, my mind already tells me it's difficult to do, and by the time I'm done reading, I already convinced myself that this is too difficult to do. But if I have somebody showing me, explaining to me how things work, why it works, when you do it, then I will make a conscious decision to say, yes, I can do it, no, you can't do it, get in a professional. This is where we come in, and we hope that you can make a decision based on what we're going to show you today. Now I've done a few research to find out how do I get rid of ants. Now we have two products that work for us that got rid of them. I mean, it got rid of them. We don't have no ants whatsoever. We had a cold front, the warmer weather came up, and that's normally the time they will come out of their holes. It was gone. Now how you know you have ants is when normally you'll see some sand buildup. They come from outside, they'll dig through anything that can turn into dust, they'll come through there, they'll infest your house, they'll make themselves comfortable, and you will have a problem getting them out. Now when you see that buildup of sand, you know there's a hole in there, and you know you want to treat the source instead of just treating the ants. Now I found a lot of ways that I've seen that guys use to get rid of ants, and I want to show you that, but you can make your own decision, because I'll show you the pros and the cons of those. Some of them I haven't tested, merely because I'm applying my mind and I'm trying to understand how it works, so I can understand, do I use it, don't I use it. Now there's a lot of them, and one of them is the conventional aerosol spray. You know, the Doom, the Target, the Raid, whatever you have today. You know, that product works. Everybody has a bottle of Doom in their house using it. And it's something that we grew up with, because you can just quickly spray whatever insect there is, whether it be crawling, whether it be flying, whatever the case may be. It will kill it, you clean it, and Bob's your uncle, or in this case, Winner's your uncle. But then again, it only treats the problem at that point. It doesn't get rid of it. So you're gonna have to keep doing it. And what do? We keep on buying it, because that's what we know. And not just because it's used for ants, we can use it for anything else. White chalk or blackboard or greenboard chalk. You know the chalk our teachers used to use when we were teaching us, the ones that we used to steal only to eat it on our way out? Well, they use that for ants. Some use it to deter ants or to redirect the traffic. So it is said that if you make the marking, the ants will not cross, but it will be redirected. But there are also some other products where they actually turn that into they make the poison into a chalk form substance. You will draw the line. If they come in contact with it, they will die. The only problem that I have with that is, me as a child, I used to eat chalk. It tastes nice. I don't know what it tastes like these days. I think people use whiteboard markers right now. But I ate it. If my child were to eat it, and if it's the poison form, I'll be landing up in casualty with them. The other problem is that my mind is telling me I will have white marks all over my house, all over my yard, in order to redirect. If you're wondering what this is, I went and donated blood, so I'm not sick. Nothing, I went and donated blood. So I want to avoid the white markings all over my house, in order to, it must be attractive for people to come here. Cinnamon. People actually use that I don't know how it works, but they say that if the ants come in contact with the cinnamon, it will die, or it will work as like the chalk, will redirect traffic and they will go in a different direction. I haven't tried it because I think of it as food, and I'm thinking to myself that will just attract some more food. So that is out of my books. You get bait traps, ant traps, call it what you may. It's just a bait station with some poison or some attractive something that will attract the ants. They will come in. You know that workers that eat at the desks, like me, those workers that will eat from it, they will die right there. So stop taking your lunch and eating your lunch at your desk. Take your lunch, as if I'm listening to myself. But you also have the hard-working ants that will collect the bait, take it back to the nest, and whoever feeds off it will die in the nest. So that is also something that can work. That can work. My problem with that is you are attracting the ants to kill it, and you are not getting rid of all of those products that I used. Some of them I can use, some of them I will try, some of them I might not try. But I'm going to show you the last two products that we've been using. Whether it's the one or the other, whether it's a combination of the two that made it work, I do not know. All I know is it worked for us, and I'm going to keep using it. Right? And the first one, Doom, Blue Death. So this, as you know, it is the same aerosol Doom spray that you've been using. Only this one comes in a powder form. Now, I've never known this product. The first time I got to know it is when I met my wife. Maybe I haven't paid much attention at home, but I know that at home we use the spray. You would kill it, you would clean up, and that's it. But this product I only got to know when my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, introduced it to me. Now, I've been using it for a couple of years, and I was convinced that it doesn't work, only to find out that I've been using it incorrectly. There are many reviews to say that it kills on contact. The other ones say that they take the powder into the nest, they kill the other ants that they come in contact with. My experience, it kills on contact. So how you would want to use it, how it will work most effectively is when you find that hole where you know where they come out of, where they go into, you want to make sure that you get this powder in there instead of just sprinkling it all over them. You want to make sure it goes right into the crevices, right into the holes where they come out from. So what's going to happen is that the ones that are outside wanting to go back into the nest will come in contact and they will die outside. The ones that are inside the nest, or the one that will want to come out of the nest, will come in contact with the powder and will die inside the nest, or you will find them dying outside. It depends. But all you will see is that area will never have ants if you make sure that this goes into the hole or the crevices where you find the ants. Now with every positive, there's a negative. So the downside of this is that it is a white powder. So if you use it where somewhere where it's visible, you want to sweep it up, the excess, and you want to clean up. That means you will get rid of the poison and the ants will be back. So make sure it goes into the holes, into the crevices, wherever you see they coming out of, you make sure it goes in there. Use a broom if you have to. The other negative is it is a poison. So if you are sensitive, if you have sensitive skin, sensitive sinuses, like I do, if it comes in contact, you might have an allergic reaction, you might have a rash, or if worse, you'll end up in casualty. We want you to be safe, so wear protective clothing and be cautious when you use this. Also, when you have toddlers around, they're crawling around, licking the floor, eating off the floor. We don't want you to be end up in hospital or casualty with your babies. Please stay safe. It also says on the bottle something that I hate to do. I don't like reading, but something that it says on the bottle that keep cats out of your treated area. Now I don't know what it does to cats. I don't want to know what it does to cats. All I know is you do not want a vet bill. It can be expensive. So use this when people are not there. Clean up afterwards and maybe come back, but make sure you use it correctly. And you want to use it inside. I mean, it's dusty out here. It's the August wind and it can get dusty. So if you want to use this outside, the wind can blow it and take it away and the ants will be back. So this is best to use inside, especially when they have been inside the house and you've seen traces of them inside. And I promise you, when using this correctly, you will get rid of them and they will not come into your house again. The second product is Melisol, and this one comes in a liquid format. So it's made by Effecto, and they have one that is specifically for ants, but I like this one because it treats a lot more than just ants. Now when using this Melisol, please be very careful, because when you open the box, what you will find in there is a cap to measure how much you must put in there. This is a 20 ml cap. You have a glove to make sure you protect your skin. You have the dreaded instructions, which is not just this. It's this and this. I hate it. Then you have the poison itself, and then you have the box, and all you need is a container. Now I don't have a bigger knapsack. I have this 1 liter container that I used for my dogs. I think it was for flies. It's empty. I'm using this now to treat insects. I still have some in here. So how you want to mix it is, you put some water. This is a 1 ml. You're gonna have 2 of these. So for every 1 liter, you're gonna have 40 ml. So it's 2 of these. You're just gonna mix it up, mix it in here, and just give it a good shake, and it will be ready to use. So what you want to do is you want to protect yourself. So this is here for a reason, apparent. So this is a poison, like I say. So if you have sensitive skin, you come in contact with it. This is just to protect your skin, so you don't end up with a rash. I also want to mention that when you open this bottle, it stinks. It smells bad. So if you have sensitive sinuses, please, asseblief, ngicela, ngikupa, kanala. If I can say it in all other languages, I would. But please do not go sniff on this, because you will end up in hospital. It is very strong. Even the diluted mixture is so strong that once you've applied this inside your house, you want to use some air freshener. Some air freshener just to make your room smell nice again. And that's about it. This is a 100 ml. So if you need 20 ml per 1 liter, that means this will go into a 5 ml knapsack. So if you have a knapsack for 5 ml, you can fill it up with water, put the whole thing in there, and you can spray it. And this is where the fumigators make money. So if you call in the fumigators, they will probably use this product. This cost me 100 rand. I bought it from a nursery down the road. I actually went there to get some advice. I needed the bottle. I bought this for 100 rand. The previous bottle I bought for like 85 rand for the 100 ml. So fumigators will charge you 55 rand per square meter. Now from my shoulder to the end of my fingertips, that's 1 meter. So if you draw a square and you measure 1 meter down, 1 meter across, The area is 1 square meter. They charge you 55 rand per square meters. Now imagine your room that you want to treat is 8 by 5 meters. You can make the math yourself and you'll know what it means. They will make 100 times more bottles in one room when you call them out. You want to spray this yourself, and I mean, it's very easy. Use it just like I explained the blue death. You want to make sure it goes into those holes because water travels. It will travel through the tunnels. Whenever the ant come in contact with it, it will die. But what you also want to do with this is go right around your house and spray the outside of your house, right around the wall. Spray all around the wall, spray all around the window, making sure that any place that the ant might find a way to get into your house. Remember, anything that can turn into dust or little sand, be broken down into little sand or dust, they can find their way through that. Make sure you spray everything that is cement, all around your windows, all around your windowsill, all around your house. And maybe make sure you spray, like in my case now, I do it once a month, and they do not come close to my house anymore. Now, why I like Manosil so much is because it is not just for ants. It can treat a whole lot of insects. Now, because we have fruit trees, because we're going to plant some veggies, you know, back in the day when you go visit your grandparents and they will tell you, and grandfather will tell you, listen, do not eat of the fruit because I sprayed it, your stomach will be upset. This is the insecticide that they spray. And what's nice to know is on this dreaded instructions, it will tell you exactly how long to wait to harvest after you've applied this insecticide. So we're going to be I've already started using it on the lime trees. I'll show you that in another video. But I've been treating the trees outside and we'll see what it does for me. But I like this one. You can use the one specific for ants, but now you're going to have one for ants, one for cockroaches, one for whatever. And then you're going to have so many products. But this one is a dual purpose. You can use it for a whole lot of things. That is the end of the products that I want to show to you. You can assess your situation. You can make your decision on what your circumstances is and which product to use best to fit best in your lifestyle, in your environment, and you can see how this will work for you. And if you think you found any value in this video, maybe consider subscribing and clicking on that notification bell so you are notified whenever we do a new upload. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, maybe just click on the down like button, but also leave us a comment to tell us exactly why you don't like it. Keep well, stay safe, stay blessed. Away.